I belong among the gods.
Welcome to Fairy Tales English Journey. Today we will explore a thrilling story from ancient times. Have you ever felt so proud of an achievement that you forgot to be humble? Our tale today is about a brave hero named Bellerophon and his winged horse named Pegasus. They defeated monsters but faced a great fall. Long ago in the ancient lands of Greece lived a young prince named Bellerophon. He was strong and very handsome. However, he had a troubled past and had to leave his home city. He traveled to a new kingdom seeking a fresh start and a chance to prove his true worth to the world. In this new kingdom, the local king welcomed Bellerophon as a guest. But the king soon received a secret message. The message contained false claims about the young hero. It said that Bellerophon was dangerous and needed to be punished. The king did not want to harm a guest directly in his own home. So the king sent Bellerophon away on a long journey to another ruler named King Iobates. He carried a sealed letter with him. Bellerophon did not know that the letter asked King Iobates to destroy the person carrying it. He walked for many days across rugged mountains and deep valleys to deliver the message. King Iobates received the young hero with great joy and hosted a feast for 9 days. On the 10th day, the king finally opened the sealed letter. He was shocked by the cruel request. Like the first king, he also feared the anger of the gods if he harmed a guest in his palace. King Iobates decided to give Bellerophon an impossible task. He thought the young hero would surely fail and lose his life in the process. The king ordered him to defeat the Chimera. The Chimera was a terrifying fire-breathing monster. It had the head of a lion, the body of a goat, and a snake tail. Bellerophon accepted the dangerous mission without fear. Before leaving, he visited a wise prophet for advice. The prophet told him that he could only defeat the monster if he rode the magical winged horse named Pegasus. Pegasus was a beautiful white horse that could fly higher than the clouds in the bright blue sky. The prophet also told Bellerophon to sleep inside the temple of the goddess of wisdom. That night, the young hero had a magical dream. The goddess appeared and gave him a golden bridle. She told him this golden object was the only way to tame the wild and free-flying horse named Pegasus. When Bellerophon woke up, the golden bridle was resting beside him. He thanked the goddess and set out to find the magical horse. He traveled to a beautiful green meadow where a crystal-clear spring flowed. The prophet had said that Pegasus loved to drink from this peaceful spring during the early morning hours. Bellerophon hid quietly behind some tall bushes near the water. Soon the magnificent winged horse flew down from the sky. Its white feathers glowed in the sunlight. As Pegasus lowered its head to drink the cool water, Bellerophon slowly stepped forward. He held the golden bridle high so the magical horse could see it. The magic of the golden bridle worked instantly. Pegasus did not run away or fly into the clouds. Instead, the beautiful horse allowed Bellerophon to slip the golden bridle over its head. The young hero climbed onto the back of the winged horse. Together they flew up into the sky, feeling a strong bond. Now Bellerophon was ready to face the terrifying monster. He guided Pegasus toward the rocky mountains where the Chimera lived. Smoke and fire rose from the dark caves below. The monster roared with a sound that shook the earth. It breathed huge flames trying to burn the brave hero and his flying white horse. Thanks to Pegasus, Bellerophon could fly high above the deadly flames. The winged horse was fast and easily dodged the attacks. Bellerophon shot many sharp arrows at the monster from the sky, but the thick skin of the beast protected it from the arrows. The hero realized he needed a much better plan. Bellerophon took a long spear and attached a heavy block of lead to its sharp tip. He flew down very close to the roaring monster. When the beast opened its mouth to breathe fire, Bellerophon threw the spear straight into its throat. The intense heat from the fire melted the lead block instantly. The melted lead blocked the throat of the terrible monster. The beast could no longer breathe fire or air. Finally, the giant monster fell to the ground and moved no more. Bellerophon had achieved the impossible. He had defeated the fearsome beast and saved the land from its endless destruction and terrible fiery wrath. King Iobates was amazed when the hero returned alive. He could not believe that the young man had defeated the terrible beast. But the king still needed to fulfill the request in the secret letter. So he sent Bellerophon on another highly dangerous mission. He ordered him to fight a fierce tribe of warriors. Once again, Bellerophon rode his magnificent winged horse into battle. The fierce warriors threw heavy rocks and sharp spears at him, but Pegasus flew high above their reach. Bellerophon easily defeated the warrior tribe from the safety of the sky. He returned to the palace victorious and ready for his next great challenge. The king was growing desperate to complete his secret task. He sent Bellerophon to fight another group of dangerous enemies. Just like before, the flying horse gave the hero a massive advantage. Bellerophon won the battle without a single scratch. His strength and courage were becoming famous across the entire ancient land of Greece. Finally, King Iobates sent his best royal guards to ambush the young hero. But Bellerophon defeated all the royal guards with his great strength. The king finally realized that the gods were protecting this brave young man. He decided to stop trying to harm him and instead welcomed him as a true royal hero. King Iobates showed Bellerophon the secret letter and apologized for his actions. To make peace, the king offered the hero his beautiful daughter in marriage. He also gave him half of his entire kingdom to rule. Bellerophon accepted the generous gifts. He married the princess and became a very rich and powerful royal leader. For many years, Bellerophon lived a happy and peaceful life. The people of the kingdom loved and respected him. They praised his incredible bravery and his amazing flying horse. Everyone told stories about how he defeated the fire-breathing monster. His fame spread far and wide, making him the most celebrated hero around. However, all this fame and power slowly changed the heart of the great hero. He began to think that he was better than ordinary people. He believed his great victories were achieved only through his own amazing power. He forgot to thank the gods who had given him the golden bridle and the flying horse. Bellerophon looked up at the highest mountain where the gods lived. He decided that he belonged up there with them. He believed he was just as important and powerful as the divine rulers of the sky. This feeling of extreme self-importance is called hubris. Hubris means having too much pride and dangerous arrogance. One bright morning, Bellerophon mounted his winged horse. He pointed the head of Pegasus toward the highest peak in the clouds. He commanded the horse to fly up to the home of the gods. He wanted to live among them and share their eternal glory. He ignored the warnings of his friends and family. Pegasus flew higher and higher into the cold blue sky. The wind howled around them as they left the earth far behind. Bellerophon felt a massive surge of pride filling his chest. He smiled, thinking about the grand welcome he would surely receive from the gods. He truly believed he was their total equal. But the king of the gods was watching from above. He was very angry at the foolish pride of the human hero. Mortals were not allowed to enter the sacred home of the gods uninvited. The king of the gods decided to teach Bellerophon a harsh lesson about respect and the dangers of extreme arrogance. The king of the gods did not use a massive lightning bolt to strike the hero down. Instead, he sent a tiny stinging fly. This small insect flew right under the tail of the mighty winged horse. The fly bit Pegasus with a sharp and painful sting. The sudden pain shocked the magnificent flying animal. Pegasus bucked wildly in the air, throwing its legs in every direction. Bellerophon was completely surprised by the sudden, violent movements. He lost his tight grip on the golden bridle. His hands slipped from the white feathers of the horse. In an instant, the great hero was thrown off the back of his loyal friend. Bellerophon began to fall from the sky. He tumbled down through the cold clouds, feeling totally helpless. The wind rushed past his ears as the earth came closer and closer. All his great strength and fighting skills were completely useless now. His immense pride had literally caused his sudden and terrifying downward plummeting fall. The hero hit the ground with a terrible crashing sound. He did not lose his life, but he was severely injured. His legs were broken, and he lost his eyesight from the heavy impact. The handsome and powerful prince was now a broken and blind man. His days of glory and fighting were suddenly over. Meanwhile, Pegasus continued to fly up to the home of the gods. The pure and innocent horse was welcomed into the sky. The king of the gods gave Pegasus a special job carrying his mighty lightning bolts. The beautiful winged horse lived forever among the stars, completely leaving its former human rider far behind. Back on Earth, Bellerophon lived a very sad and lonely life. He wandered alone through empty fields and quiet valleys. People who once cheered for him now looked at him with great pity. He had lost his kingdom, his family, and his amazing flying horse. He had nothing left but his own bitter, dark regrets. The blind hero spent his final days walking in total darkness. He constantly thought about his past mistakes. He realized that his massive pride had destroyed everything he loved. If he had remained humble, he would have lived a happy life. His desire for too much glory had brought him total and complete personal ruin. This ancient story teaches us a very important lesson about life. It is wonderful to achieve great things and feel good about our hard work. But we must always remember to stay humble. We should never think we are better than everyone else. Pride can easily blind us to our own human limits and flaws. When we become too proud, we often forget the people who helped us. Bellerophon forgot the wise prophet and the goddess who gave him the magic bridle. He thought he did everything completely by himself. This arrogant mindset made him lose his connection to reality. We must always appreciate the help we receive from others. The story also shows that true heroes know their proper place. They respect the rules of nature and society. Bellerophon tried to cross a strict line by flying to the home of the gods. He wanted something that was not meant for him. We should aim high but always respect the boundaries of our world. In English, we have a famous saying that comes from ideas like this. We say pride comes before a fall. This means that if you act too arrogant, something bad will probably happen to teach you a lesson. Bellerophon experienced this saying in a very literal way when he fell from the high sky. Learning English through these ancient tales helps us understand common phrases. When you hear someone talk about a person flying too close to the sun, they mean someone being too proud. Even though that phrase is from a different story, the exact same lesson applies here. Extreme arrogance always leads to a very tragic ending. Let us look at some useful vocabulary from this epic tale. The word humble means not thinking you are better than others. It is the exact opposite of proud. If Bellerophon had stayed humble, he would have kept his wonderful kingdom. Being humble makes people like you and respect you for your good, quiet character. Another important word is arrogance. Arrogance is a noun that describes a proud and unpleasant attitude. An arrogant person thinks they know everything and deserve the absolute best. The king of the gods punished the hero for his massive arrogance. It is always better to act with kindness and gentle respect toward everyone you meet. We also learned the word bridle. A bridle is the set of leather straps put on a horse to control it. The goddess gave the hero a golden bridle to tame the flying horse. Sometimes we use this word as a verb. To bridle your anger means to control your strong feelings and stay calm. The word magnificent means extremely beautiful or impressive. Pegasus was a magnificent winged horse. You can use this word to describe a gorgeous sunset or a wonderful performance. Learning descriptive words like magnificent helps make your English sound much more natural and expressive. It adds bright color to the stories you tell your good friends. Let us review the main events of our story to practice our memory. First, the young prince was sent away with a secret letter. Then a king gave him an impossible task to defeat a fire-breathing monster. Next, the hero found a flying horse and used a clever trick to win the dangerous battle. After winning many battles, the hero became a wealthy king. But his heart filled with dangerous pride. He tried to fly to the home of the gods. Finally, a tiny fly caused him to fall from the sky. He lost his sight and his kingdom because he could not control his own massive personal ego. Think about a time when you felt very proud of something. Did you remember to thank your teachers or your family for their help? It is great to celebrate your success. Just remember the story of the falling hero. Always keep your feet firmly on the ground even when your dreams fly high above you. Sharing stories like this is a fantastic way to learn a language. When you listen to a story, you naturally absorb new words and grammar rules. You also learn about the culture and history behind the language. Ancient myths have shaped the English language in many wonderful and deeply fascinating ways over the centuries. Try telling this story to a friend in English. You do not need to remember every single detail, just focus on the main parts. Talk about the brave hero, the flying horse, the terrible monster, and the tragic fall. Practicing speaking aloud will build your confidence and improve your daily English fluency very quickly. You can also write a short summary of the tale in your notebook. Writing helps fix the new vocabulary in your mind. Use words like humble, magnificent, and arrogance in your sentences. Creating your own sentences is the best way to master new English words. Make language learning a fun and daily creative habit. We hope you enjoyed this thrilling ancient myth today. The story of the dragon slayer and his flying horse reminds us to balance our courage with deep humility. True greatness is not just about winning battles. It is also about having a kind and modest heart. Thank you for joining our fun learning journey today. Please remember to subscribe to Fairy Tales English Journey for more exciting stories. We will bring you many more classic tales to help you improve your English skills. Keep practicing your vocabulary and never stop learning new things. Until next time, stay humble, stay curious, and have a truly wonderful and beautifully magnificent day.